So what do we have here? We have a Vevor, Vevor, you probably heard of them, diesel heater, portable diesel heater. And it's pretty cool. It runs off of diesel and electric, small little bit of electric, so you can run it off a 120 or 12 volt like a thing. And diesel, it's like a 1 gallon diesel thing. This is just a little unboxing, little review on it. I'll do another review follow up once it gets a little colder because I'm in Florida right now. But Vevor, I'm going to consider this a sponsored video, but Vevor reached out to me. Technically, YouTube's terms, it's really not a sponsored thing because I didn't get paid for it, but Vevor reached out to me and asked if I wanted to review one of their portable heaters, and they had a bunch of them. There's like, if you go on their website, there's a ton of them. Even Amazon has some. But they said, will you be interested in checking one out and doing a video on it? And I said, yeah, that would be kind of cool. So I'm not getting paid from them. However, if you buy, I got an affiliate link, so if you buy one, I do get a little kickback from it. But I'm not getting directly paid from them. Hey, we'll give you $1,000 or $100 to make this video. So that's not it. I just get a little kickback if you buy one. But I'm going to consider it a sponsored video, so stay tuned for this cool little thing. Oh, Chris Wojnarski is back again. Another welding fabrication video for you guys today. It is October 15th, 2025, and the weather forecast in Spring Hill, Florida, not Dunedin, Florida now, is it's probably about 75, 80 degrees, probably closer to 80. Still a little humid, but it's definitely getting nicer, and we're almost ready for this, the heater. Whether maybe for you guys somewhere else it might be, but stay tuned. So at first, when they reached out and said we'd like to do a heater review, they had a bunch of them to choose from. I was like, well, heater, it's hot in Florida. I really don't know if I'll need it. Then I thought about it for a day, and then I was like, you know what? This thing could actually be kind of cool because during the winter time, about November, December-ish, it actually does get a little chilly, where if I had something like this, I could, even at work or take it to camping especially, or something, or in your garage, it can actually be pretty handy for you and actually keep you pretty warm. And I figured for a lot of you people, my viewers, you guys may like something like this too. So not just for me, but for you guys, if you guys like for your garage or something, this actually may be pretty decent. I mean, wood stove is actually pretty awesome, but for this, it's actually portable. It runs, so what it is, it's a portable heater, I guess they call it, and it runs off of diesel. So it runs off diesel, but there's a little, it's not just diesel, it runs off of electric too. But a little bit to start it up, takes a little bit to start it up, but then after that it's just like a little what do you call it, like a little diesel pump or whatever, a glow plug in there that keeps it just going, and then just slowly burns that diesel fuel and heats it up. But I think there's like low emissions on this thing, and you still got to exhaust vent it somewhere, but low emissions, and it's not like a kerosene heater where it stinks. So you can actually run, and it has a vent tube, you can run the vent tube right in your garage, exhaust it outside somewhere, even in a tent, in a camper, anywhere. So even if for a backup or whatever, this thing's kind of cool, and they're actually pretty affordable. This one's about like $150 give or take, and if you get it on the Vevor website, you get a little better deal on it. But they have a bunch of them, and they're like $150 to like $100 to $200, just say. And we're about to show you how it is. I thought it was going to be a little bigger than this, but this is actually pretty cool how small it is. I've got to figure out how to work this thing, so give me a second. I don't want to embarrass myself. But I think here's your vent tube right here, and here's your exhaust port, and you might have that's your little sensor, and I'm learning as we learn, so we'll see in here. It's all a bunch of videos on stuff like this. So there's your diesel tank right there. You fill it up with diesel fuel, which I have right there, but that's in a gas can. And here's your little motor, or your little what you call it, the heater pump, and your glow plug thing in there. And there's another box in here with your other parts. And then that was your exhaust vent. I don't know if I said that already. And then here you can run this thing off of 12 volt or 110 to 20 volt. So kind of cool, little versatile for everybody. You can run it off an inverter, like in your car, camper, truck, or you can run it off a house outlet. So here we go. And I highly, if you don't like this one and you're looking for something a little bigger, a little more metal, definitely check out their website or Amazon. I'll leave the link in the bio for their website and for this one. But they have metal ones that are a little bit bigger, so you could leave outside maybe. But you might, I don't know if it's 100% waterproof, but a little more durable maybe than this. But this is kind of hard plastic, so I'll show you in a second. Honestly, it's fairly simple to put this thing together. Not much parts to do. Just got your little exhaust right there. You got your cord to plug in. Then you got your little hot air vent tube, whatever you want to call it. Screw that in counterclockwise. Just remember that. You can see with the threads. Fuel it up, and the hardest part is probably reading the instructions to turn it on and off. Alright, got most of it set up. Don't mind the heat or the dark. It's getting a little dark out. Bring it here in a second. But yeah, let me bring you inside. It's a little dark out here. Alright, hopefully that's a little better for you. Yeah, we're not in a shop environment today. We're at home, so I'm going to fill this up. And this was super easy. This is just a little, here's your vent hose for your heater hose, and it's all insulated stuff. So it comes with two things, and you can actually buy longer hose too if you want a longer hose, if you got to run it to like a camper or somewhere, reroute it in your door or something. Then this extends, I think it extends pretty far, probably like 5-10 feet or so, but you can put it somewhere, put it right by you, so I can leave that on the ground, plop this up, put it right next to where you're sitting. So if you want to sit down right here somewhere, you could just plop it right there and have the heat right by you. But for now, I gotta figure out how to work my thing and top this off. So yeah, sorry, it's getting a little dark out and a little messy in here, so a little unorganized right now. But here's your little heater shield for your thing. I'm not going to put that on right now, but that's your heater shield. I think it's pretty long. And then here's some extra cords, which I believe that's for your like an inverter or something. But here's if you wanted to run off like a 12-volt battery, and I'll figure out what that is and show you in a second. And then here's some hose clamps and stuff for if you want to mount this somewhere, tighten those on, or mount it like on a wall or something. And yeah, you got a wireless remote. Some of them do Wi-Fi and stuff. I don't think this one does. I just wanted the most portable one. Some of them do Wi-Fi, so you could do Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, so you can run it straight through your phone. But this one's like super ultra portable and small, so that's why I chose this one. Let's top off our diesel fuel, I guess. Alright everybody, you're seeing it as I'm seeing it. You got to kind of pair the remote by turning it on, then turn it off, long press off. Yours may be different with your remote, but here's your knob right here. You could turn it up, and then same thing right here, 77 degrees outside, but 92. Hold on, I'll pair in a second. $92.95 I just set that, so this should turn this to 95 in a second. Yep, 95. And you feel it. You could put this thing like away from you. You do hear that tick like that. That's that glow plug, I think, going tick 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 tick, and it does that. You could close this, make it a little, definitely a lot quieter like that. You can insulate it a little more if you want. Now here's your heat coming out here, a little hot right there. Alright, so I was actually kind of having fun with this and messing around, just checking things out. But here's your basic, so I didn't go over the whole instruction manual, figuring out programming the remote and everything. Let's see if you could see me a little bit. Hang on. Alright, kind of having fun messing around with this thing. I didn't go over the complete instruction manual. Here's actually some QR codes that you could probably watch some videos on. But on how to actually work it, and all of them might be different. The ones with Wi-Fi might be a little more different than this. You do hear that little thumping noise, so let's see if you hear that. It's really not too bad. I mean, if it's, I don't know, but you still got to exhaust you got to vent your exhaust. You're on a tripod, so sorry. You have to vent your exhaust. You could buy a longer exhaust if you want, but what most people do is say, park it out right here, leave it right there, close your door, have a little hole in your door, not here, like wherever you're going to use it, and you have your, get you back. Alright, so I was kind of messing around with this thing and figuring out the remote settings and stuff, so just having fun with it. Kind of small and portable, like super portable. And let me show you a little bit about it though. Again, don't mind a little mess in here. We're not used to our normal shop area, so still cleaning up in here. But here's your, it's got your little fuel pump thing down there. So make sure all your wires are connected. And I found out what this is. So you can even get rid of this whole toolbox if you want and just have this outside somewhere in the fuel tank next to it if you wanted to make it ultra compact or customizable. And then this is an extension cord to run from, I guess, one of these. And then here's your other thing, which we showed you already. But the quiet, that's the loudest thing you'll hear, is, which ain't super loud, and when you close the door on it, it's really not too bad. But you're not gonna have this thing sit next to you pretty much the whole time. I guess you could if you exhausted or vented the exhaust. So I'll show you how some people could use it. So you can essentially have, like, I could even heat up the garage if I wanted, but just have this door closed pretty much all the way, just enough for this exhaust to go out like that, and that would even keep it good like that. Or you can move this out so you just have your thing going. I think this one doesn't come with as long of a hose as I thought. It probably says it in the thing. It's like 5-6 feet. I see people using like dryer vent hose and stuff a lot too. I don't know if this is the same size or not, but you might be able to buy more, and some other units might come with longer hose. I'm not really sure. Maybe because this is portable, it doesn't. And some other units don't come with a hose. They just come with a couple of different ports on it. But you could do that and have this thing vented right here, just sitting up like that, and you're working like pretty much right here. But that's some hot heat coming out of there. And that's all it is. It's just insulated hose. Yeah, so let's check the heat right now. I got my little heat thermometer, and it's about 77 degrees outside right now. So 77. Wow. Yeah, 190. So it's puts out some good heat right here. And I think you could set your timer and stuff on this if you want. So that's all up to you. But we'll bring this right back up here for now. Give you a little show and tell. Really, it's not even that loud. So that's up to you what you think. You can quiet it down by putting other stuff around it. I think it holds like a 1-gallon tank. Kind of cool little thing for like not too much money, for especially if you go camping or you don't have heat in your garage or something and you want something to use like this. This would be pretty decent. So I kind of like it. Good for camping, in your shop, wherever you want. In your bathroom. I don't know. That's actually a good idea for your bathroom in the winter time. I know back in New Jersey it would be really handy to have this thing. So yeah, I think I see stuff where people heat up like small sheds and stuff, like really toasty warm, or like a room size or camper tent, anything. So one thing with this though, if you're gonna vent it and you don't want to sit like outside on, you don't want to sit it on the grass like that. So if you're gonna do that, just bring it up a little bit, sit it on some bricks or something, just cause you got this exhaust right here. Yeah, it's a little warm and toasty, so don't touch that. Put your insulation stuff on there, and you can even vent it up, but just to be safe, just make sure it's up a little bit. And I think you have a CO2, carbon monoxide or dioxide, whatever it is, monitor right here. That one that senses it, it'll shut this thing off at safe levels. So it's an extra good little safety for you guys. But kind of cool, pretty simple. These things are super simple. If people make them, quiet them, modify them and stuff. I've seen a bunch of videos on it, and it's just this pump. It's just a little glow plug in there, and your fuel pump, and your tank pretty much, and that's about it with your monitors and stuff. So kind of cool. Here's your remote with a bunch of settings on it. This thing tells you if you got any error codes and stuff, what to do. If you do, call them or reach out, but hopefully you shouldn't have any. But yes, that's pretty much it for that though. Yeah, instructions, and it's actually pretty detailed instructions in here. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, but stay tuned. That was just an intro. I am going to do a later one once it gets a little colder outside. It's 77 degrees here, so I really don't want to be heating myself up right now. So in a month or two, hopefully get a little cooler, and we'll show you guys a little bit more on it. Yeah, so please excuse the mess in here right now. Maybe once we get it cleaned up, we'll do a little show and tell for you guys or whatever, just getting stuff out from the storage unit and bringing it here and organizing. We'll get the nice toolbox, the little lathe, welder. So that's why we're not fully pimped out, I guess. It's actually really pretty nice out for this time of year. So wish I would have got you a little more video out here, but obviously it's dark, so by the time I get home it's dark out, and I just didn't get a chance to do it at work, and it's just hot at work where didn't want to show and tell this off yet. But I might actually start using it at work once it gets cold out, and just having this little thing vent at me like right at my little workstation. So it's kind of cool. I'm kind of excited for that. So not the best video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, alrighty folks, so this is our little show and tell of the Vevor diesel heater for you guys, and portable diesel heater. So kind of cool. We'll get you guys a little better something video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it a little bit. And yes, this is the little toolbox one. They have maybe not hundreds, but they got a lot of different style ones, newer ones, older ones, metal ones, plastic ones, toolbox ones, kind of cool stuff. But this one I like just because it was portable, and I can maybe, I don't know if I could throw the stuff in here. There's not a whole lot of room. No, I can't put the stuff in there, but it's nice and portable, and it's waterproof enough for me where I don't gotta worry, or durable, waterproof enough for me that I don't gotta worry about it getting hurt or anything in the truck transporting it or whatever, and it fits in good in the shop. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it a little bit, but just a little video to get you guys knowing what this is or whatever. So yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, a couple months we'll show this off a little bit more once it gets a little cooler out. But if you have one, let me know if you like them, or if you could use one, let me know too, if you're thinking about them or whatever. But I'll have a promo link in the description or whatever. I might get you percentage off, I forget, it might get you like 5% off or something, and I get a little bit of commission off of it. So I think I get like 5% or something too. So not a big deal if you like it, or if you don't like it, check Amazon and Vevor. Vevor I think had a little bit more variety of stuff, and you get maybe a little better deal on it. But yeah, let me know. Doesn't hurt my feelings if you don't buy it from there or whatever, but if you do, appreciate it obviously. But just appreciate you guys watching the video and subscribing and everything. So see you guys on the next one. Chris Wojnarski, over and out. $120. That's where your gas goes. That's your heat going out. Your electric cord, 120 or 12 volt. And you got your cool little exhaust.